Helpful for life.
It's time to take these beautiful little Brussels sprout thingies to turn them into deliciousness. So if you're an old person or someone who's older than me, they're kind of the same thing. You maybe have had Brussels sprouts before, but you've only had them boiled. Until you have Brussels sprouts that have been roasted, you just haven't lived. So you need to try this roasted. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna take these Brussels sprouts, I'm gonna cut them really thin, and then we're gonna throw them on this baking sheet, roast them up. They're gonna get a little blackened. They're gonna get a lot delicious. All right, so first, I'm just gonna take a bunch of these Brussels sprouts and dump them out on the cutting board. All right. So the first thing you do is I'm gonna remove the bottom of it because it's a little tough. Just gonna cut that part off. All right, so now I've chopped the ends off of these Brussels sprouts, and admittedly, I probably chopped a little too much, but it's Friday night and I had a little bit too much Chardonnay, so we're not gonna worry about it. But after you cut off the bottom, you just take them, throw them in the trash, and then we move to slicing. So what you do is you go along the Brussels sprout and you get nice and thin, because when you get it nice and thin, that's how you get it to be nice and crunchy and delicious. And so I'll just show you how to cut a couple here. Just like that. Oh yeah, that's sexy. That's good. Make sure you don't cut your finger off, because if you cut your finger off, the Brussels sprouts won't taste quite as good. So now I'm going to tell you a little bit of a magic trick. You just got to take this hand right here. It's got to be your right hand. And then you take it and you go, wow! So now we have these Brussels sprouts which are so well chopped. And so I'm going to take a little bit of this olive oil. I'm going to put it on the pan here just to get a little bit on the bottom. And then I'm going to slide these guys off. Oh yeah. Ooh, that's nice. Mm-hmm. Healthy and delicious all at the same time. Okay, and then I'm going to kind of shake them out a little bit, and I'm going to start seasoning them. So I'm going to add a little bit more oil on the top. In a second here, I'm going to get my spatula and toss them around. This is a little bit of garlic powder. And then a little bit of cracked sea salt. And of course, some cracked pepper. And then all I need is that spatula I so subtly mentioned a couple of minutes ago. And then I'm going to toss it with that spatula I mentioned a second ago. Right there. Get those nice and coated with the oil and the delicious spices. Oh yeah, and if you spill any on the counter, just toss it right back in, because why not? You know, this is what we do around this house. And then spread them back out, get a nice thin layer. Give them a little shaky shake. And now we're ready to go to the oven. All right, so let's get these guys in at 400. I'm going to slide those into those DMs there. And I'm going to set the timer for 20 minutes. And voila, let's see what happens. Okay, it's time to take these Brussels sprouts out. Oh yeah, look at those. See how they got nice and crispy there? It's really hard to not just pick some off right now, but let's take it over here to the counter. Man, those look delicious. The crunch, perfect. Okay, so this looks just absolutely delicious. So let's scoop up some of our nice, crunchy, look at that, that's just awesome. Brussels sprouts. Scoot them over to one side of the pan. Grab one for yourself. Listen to that. Healthy, delicious, nutritious.